Hello and welcome to WHSH TV. I am Peyton Summers Ponce and with me is Conceal Levasseur. Thanks for joining us for another year of WHSH News. Coming up on our first show, we will talk about COVID-19 and the effects it has had on our school and our community. Sheriff Gary Allison will join us to talk more about Halloween safety, and we will spotlight a new teacher. And the tradition continues as we go back into the hallways to find out what students plan to wear this Halloween.
In sports, the Hatchet football team is off to the Edgewoods tonight to compete in the sectional semifinals against the Mustangs. And the Dodgers are the new World Series champions, ending at a long drought in Los Angeles.
All that and much more. It's Friday, October 30th, and you're watching WHSH TV. Made it one more turtle. Am I going? Push play. Halloween is coming up tomorrow, and safety is a bigger concern this year than previous years due to COVID-19. We had a chance to talk to Daviess County Sheriff Gary Allison about some safety tips this year for not only trick-or-treating, but also staying safe because of the recent outbreak of coronavirus.
I'm Gary Allison, and I'm the Sheriff of Daviess County. The times for trick-or-treat that's set by the City of Washington is 5:30 to 8. They would prefer that masks be worn, some type of thing to prevent the spread of the virus. However, my Halloween safe stop is going to be drive-through only. So we're going to have people proceed northbound on 3rd Street, and there we will be passing out sacks of candy to try to minimize our contact with people. I think more people are going to be more conscious about the problem with COVID, and I think it goes along with everything else. Wear a mask and wash your hands. Passing out candy and seeing all the kids come through. We generally have over 2,000 kids come through our Halloween safe stop every year. I've done it for several years now, and that's always the most enjoyable part of it. And we're planning on several kids coming through this.
The official trick-or-treat times in Washington is from 5 to 8:30 p.m. tomorrow, and the Sheriff's Department will be one of a handful of safe stops in our community. The coronavirus has affected a lot of homes and families this year in Daviess County. In a recent school board meeting, School Superintendent Dr. Dan Roach commented students and staff here at WHS for adapting to the new normal and staying safe. As of earlier this week, only one student was out for the virus. We spoke to Mr. Zollers, the assistant superintendent here at Washington High School, who shared with us his story about contacting the dreaded COVID-19 earlier this year.
COVID has impacted my job by making me realize that I need to be more safe as far as social distancing and washing my hands and wearing my mask at all times while I'm in the building. The school has been doing many things. For one, we have all the students wearing their mask. We all need to praise the custodians and what they've done as far as extra cleaning, cleaning the doorknobs, just keeping the school clean. And our teachers also, we need to praise those teachers that ensure that our students are social distancing in the classes and keeping things sanitized. That's if the coronavirus, if the cases keep increasing, that'll be a decision as far as our school and whether we go to all virtual. That decision will be made by our local health department. I think if we do go all virtual or go to red is what we call it. I think we'll pull through it. Our teachers, have been working hard to design lessons that they can actually utilize virtually. And meet with students every day in Zoom or Google Meets. So I think that we'll be completely fine and we'll get through it. I think it could possibly be an up and down winter, where we go in and out of red. That's a possibility, and it all depends on the cases in our county and what the health department does to regulate all that. So. Well, one major rule is, we're allowing backpacks. We're allowing, obviously, the mask. That's something that's new, and the students are really doing a good job with. I think we're more laxed on just dress code in general, just because, you know, I think hoodies are another thing that we've kind of allowed to kind of back in the school, just to let students be more comfortable, as far as maybe covering their head up with their mask on, just because of the anxieties that we have because of COVID. In the classrooms, due to COVID, the desks are 3 to 6 feet apart. Some of your science classes are a little bit larger, so they have a little bit more room to spread out. As far as the cafeteria goes, we have the plexiglass that goes down the middle of the tables to kind of separate those students and sit across from each other. And also, there's tables in front of the auditorium that are for seniors that we've provided with plexiglass to separate students. So we're doing all we can do as far as in the classroom at lunch to keep that social distancing. COVID has affected me because I've had it. I'm on week 8 post-COVID. It was a struggle. It's scary. You know, the breathing, had breathing issues, had fever for 12 days, breathing issues. The unknown, you know, how's COVID going to impact me the next day? So it's not only a physical stress, it becomes a mental stress if you do get COVID. That's why it's so important. I know a lot of us, or some people out there, don't believe these masks work, but I think if we all continue to wear a mask and continue to social distance, a lot less people will have to worry about COVID in the way that I did.
Zollers is back at school now, and you never see him without his mask on. Masking up is a big way to keep away from the virus and keep it from spreading in our school and community. Please continue to be vigilant and safe. Continuing on the subject of the coronavirus, we visited Angie Steiner at the Daviess County Community Hospital to talk about how the hospital has adapted and handled the overflow of testing and containing the virus here in Washington.
How has COVID affected the hospital? In many ways, as you can imagine, but one in particular would be financially. Financially, in the first few months of COVID-19, we had to suspend all of our surgeries. So anything elective, including colonoscopies or non-emergent surgeries, were suspended. Those are significant surgeries that impact the hospital financially. And of course, when we don't have those types of surgeries, then there isn't the income. We also have staff who normally work in the surgical department that either had to... What do we do to ensure patient safety at the hospital? Several things, most of which involve distancing, masking, sanitizing. We are constantly sanitizing every surface possible, and we encourage everyone to wash their hands. Every time they pass a sink, every time they think about a sink, if they hear the word sink, they're going to go wash their hands. They're going to use hand sanitizer, and they're going to encourage everyone around them to do the same. Our worker shifts changed due to COVID. There are several staff who have had to modify their work to help us care for COVID patients. We've also had staff who have been responsible for providing the personal protective equipment, so they may have changed their job in some respects to help us with ordering supplies, distributing supplies, and making sure that we have everything we need as far as sanitation.
The hospital continues to offer free testing for the virus. Visitation is closed at this time, and all safety precautions are in place for not only the patients, but also the hospital staff. Now, with a look about how the virus has affected local businesses, we had a chance to sit down with the Daviess County Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Joe Morris to find out how they are coping and surviving during the coronavirus.
Hi, my name is Joe Morris, the Executive Director of the Daviess County Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Bureau. My main job with the Daviess County Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Bureau is to be an advocate for small business and our employers in our community throughout the Daviess County area, as well as be an advocate and a key stakeholder in community building, in quality of life initiatives, and legislative objectives to help business thrive throughout Daviess County. And so far in the 2020 year, we've been able to accomplish a number of objectives, such as starting our Young Professionals Program, which is a program designed for the under 40 market for our up-and-comers and our future leaders throughout the community. We've also rolled out our Women in Local Leadership, and that's the acronym is WILL, the Will to Mentor Success. And it's a peer-to-peer relationship building program for our women in local leadership that can help peer-to-peer relationships, empowerment, also to develop our women local leaders and help the young ladies and the girls throughout our community. A project that we were happy to roll out this year was our blue signs, logo sign, directional signs out on the interstate on I-69 at the exit, 62 exit, and those are being launched right now. Our key partners such as our fast food, gas, hotels, and attractions are going to be putting their logos out on the interstate through that program, and we're going to create waymaker signs throughout the city and throughout the county to help our local businesses thrive and get our tourists and our visitors to the community so they can take part in the amenities and the services we offer throughout Daviess County. COVID has been a big impact not only for us in our role here at the Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Bureau, but also for all of our partners and our businesses throughout the county. So, battle through that. COVID is a serious issue that we're facing not only here in Daviess County, but also throughout the state and the country. In terms of community engagement, in my dual roles, not only with the Chamber of Commerce, but also with the football program, it's allowed me an opportunity to have a platform to help our youth and help our local leaders come together and empower one another and find ways to not only be successful in the classroom, on the courts and on the fields, but also in life. And that's one of the areas I'm real proud of, to have the opportunity to serve our community in both roles to help empower our community and be a community builder, a community organizer, help talk about creating quality of life initiatives, and develop our kids and our current leaders in our community to help us all come together and make Daviess County a great place to live and work.
Morris reminded local business owners to reach out to the Chamber as they have several resources available to help during these tough times. And this reminder, don't forget to set your clocks back 1 hour when going to bed Saturday night, as daylight savings time will be coming to an end. We will fall back 1 hour at 2 a.m. Sunday morning. Coming up after the break, we'll have a quick look at your forecast, which includes a break from a lot of rain that fell yesterday for the weekend. Stay tuned, you're watching WHSH TV.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Yes, I am.
Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back, WHSH. This is Conceal Levasseur with your weather. Today is partly sunny and the highs of 50, and later tonight will be clear in the low of 32. Later on this week, it will be sunny with the high of 57 and the low of 53. And Sunday it will be sunny with a high of 45 and the low of 25. That's your weather for today, and we'll be right back on WHSH.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly. Tiana gave her pet the royal treatment. Belle found beauty where no one else did. And you can too. Share your heart. Share your love. Bring home your forever friend. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back. TikTok has become the new craze across the country, and especially among students our age and young adults. We dove into TikTok in more detail and talked with local student Connor Blair about his videos and his most famous TikTok posted.
I've been on TikTok for close to a year. Me and Joe started getting on it a little while ago. I don't really have a whole lot of variety. I do a lot of transitions. So mine was probably one of the lights ones, switching the lights is always fun. My favorite TikToker is probably 3Corey, something like that. He really, I was like, wow, his transitions are cool. So I was I wonder how close I can get to him. And so then I started trying to do it, and then they were halfway decent. So I was like, you know what? I like this guy, and then I started doing transitions. Currently, I have around 9,100 followers. It's not necessarily aspiring, it just kind of put me out there, I guess. Kind of like the popularity thing. People started seeing it, and it was I saw your TikTok, and I was like, okay. So, oh my gosh. My most popular TikTok is my first one. It's so stupid, and it wasn't that great, but it has about 980,000 views, I think.
Follow Connor and some of his favorites and log on to see what the craze is all about by downloading the TikTok app. Today we are going to spotlight a new English teacher here at WHS. Mr. Stoll joined the staff this year and also helps with the football team. Here is more with one of our newest teachers.
My name is Austin Stoll, and I teach English juniors and seniors. What led me to teach here at WHS was I spent a year up in Indy after college teaching at Central Christian Academy. After learning I was going to have my second child, that we wanted to come back home and be closer with family. So I applied at a lot of schools around here. I was very glad when Washington reached back out for an interview. Interview went great. I felt like it was a great fit culturally and just being around back in Daviess County. So I'm originally from Newberry, moved to Odin, and then went to college in Kentucky. Then right after college went to Indianapolis. I went to college at Kentucky Christian University in Grayson, Kentucky. I studied education with a focus in English and social studies, and also double majored in biblical studies.
Thanks, Mr. Stoll, and welcome to the Washington High School. In our senior spotlight this week, we sit down and visit with Sophia Davis. Sophia is a finalist for the Lilly Scholarship and is undecided at this point as to where she plans to attend college.
Hi, I'm Sophia Davis. I am a senior at Washington High School. Lilly is a foundation that supports higher education and community service for high school students. They offer a scholarship that pays full tuition to an Indiana college of your choice. I am looking at Indiana University and University of Notre Dame, and also Northwestern University. I'm planning to major in biochemistry. My favorite high school memory is winning semi-state, being the last person playing with my teammate, and winning against Providence.
Thanks, Sophia, and good luck on your college choice and your career. Coming up after the break, we will have a more detailed look at latest sports with Elena Thorne. You're watching WHSH TV.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills? Check. Driver's license? Check. And a high school diploma. You got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Joe Morris and the Washington Hatchet football team are moving on to the sectional semifinals tonight. Good afternoon. With WHSH Sports, I'm Elena Thorne. Hatchet football first-year head coach Joe Morris had several goals as he took over the program to begin the school year. Among them were increasing numbers and putting some wins in the column with a program that did not get a win in 2019. Well, mission accomplished, as the team has gone 4-6 and will compete for a chance to move to the sectional championship tonight. The Washington Hatchets will be on the road to battle Edgewood tonight with kickoff at 7 p.m. The Hatchets and Edgewood have the same record at 4-6, and Washington will be playing on artificial turf in a fast field this evening. Tune in for all the action tonight on Memories 107.9 FM. A new fun event to introduce Lady Hatchet basketball scheduled for tomorrow night had to be canceled due to the increase in COVID-19 in our community. The coaching staff and booster club for the Lady Hatchets had put together their own version of Midnight Madness called Lady Hatchet Hoops Hysteria, scheduled for tomorrow night at the Hatchet House. Despite the event being canceled, the coaching staff and players are eager to get the season started. Practice is in full swing, and the team will scrimmage Linton tomorrow night. The Los Angeles Dodgers claimed the World Series by knocking out the Tampa Bay Rays 3-1 in the Fall Classic. LA captured the city's first World Series since 1988 and ended the best of 7 with a 4-2 advantage. After a bye week this week, the Indianapolis Colts return to action this Sunday with a road trip to Detroit to face the Lions. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. With WHSH Sports, I'm Elena Thorne reporting. Stay tuned. We will be right back with more after this.
I'm Alan Brown. I'm the Washington City Council President for this year. On the second and fourth Monday of each month, WHSH Broadcasting is going to be streaming live the Washington City Council meeting at 6:30 p.m. So please tune in, or you can also watch it later at WHSH Broadcasting. So go to YouTube, look them up, hit the little subscribe button, and then the little bell so it reminds you when we come on live.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him opening his own clothing store at the age of 18? 1 in 138,000. Excited to be a part of pop culture, he packed for the big city. The odds of finding someone to invest in his vision? 1 in 4.5 million. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to WHSH TV. I'm here with your extended forecast. So over here to the west, to the east, there is rain due to the tropical storm Zeta that happened a few days ago. And over here to the west, there is a little bit of rain and lows and highs all scattered around the map. And today is partly sunny and the high of 50. And tonight will be clear and the lows of 32. Later on this week, Saturday and sunny, it'll be sunny with the highs of 57 and the lows of 53. Sunday will be sunny and high will be 45 and lows will be 25. That's your forecast for the week on WHSH.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
To wrap up today's show, we continue with our annual tradition of finding out what our students are thinking of as we head to the halls for our famous hallway beat. This week, as Halloween is coming up tomorrow, we found out some very unique costume ideas.
Halloween is right around the corner. What will you be dressing up as?
I will be dressing up as COVID-19.
Nice. What will you be dressing up this year for Halloween?
Donald J. Trump.
Got you, baby.
No, long sleeve is, I think long sleeve's 20 or 18.
So, what will you be wearing this October 31st?
For Halloween, I'm going to be Carol Baskin.
Killed her husband and whacked him. Oh my gosh. You see, I got B-roll with me struggling to carry this thing. Okay, what will you be wearing this Halloween?
I'll be a ghost. Boo.
Dominic, we need you.
There's a bunch of girls out here who want to see you. What will you be wearing this Halloween?
Probably a mask. Like this.
COVID safe. What are you going to be this year for Halloween?
Probably wear a purge mask, something like that.
Okay.
Yes. We're in the middle of a lesson right now.
So that's a no. What are you going to be wearing this Halloween?
Kobe Bryant costume, you know.
Speaking of Halloween coming up, what costume were you thinking of wearing tomorrow?
Well, my group was the Founding Fathers, so I'm going to be dressed up as Thomas Jefferson.
Interesting.
What about you?
I was thinking about being a news anchor. On behalf of our entire team here at WHSH on the campus of Washington High School, we would like to thank everyone for watching. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week here on WHSH TV.